In Malaysia, there have been a number of high-profile cases of baby dumping. The term is used to describe cases where infants have been tossed alive, as well as abandoned in fields. According to government figures, there have been more than 500 such cases recorded since 2005. Janice C. from Malaysia Kini looks at what drives women to do such a thing, and a group that is trying to provide a
Orphan
much
Care
needed
is another
alternative.
NGO that reaches out to young women even before their children are born. In May
This is
2010,
Ain.
Orphan Care
She
launched
has
what is
been living
believed to
in
be
this shelter
Malaysia's
since she was
first
6
baby
months
hatch.
pregnant with her
Since
son.
then, they have received 18
There are
babies
20
and
other
quickly placed
unmarried
them into
pregnant
carefully
women here
selected
with her.
families. We interviewed Azra Banu, the secretary of the NGO, about Nur Salam's role.
I was pregnant and aimless. I visited orphan care because I really don't know what to do, and I have no choice. I don't think I was capable of taking care of the baby, and I was homeless when I had the baby. I just want a child to have a future, although he won't know who his real mother is.
Having children out of wedlock is a big topic in religion. Ironically, the majority of mothers involved with baby dumpings are Muslims.
A lot of Muslims are not practicing Islam. A lot of Muslims are really not practicing Islam. And they are living a life of far, far away from Islam. Therefore, they are falling into sins like adultery and fornication. Although they might be Muslims by name or Muslims by culture. But a person who truly practices Islam would never fall into this sin that leads to abortion. I am actually very happy to hear that there are organizations which are ready to take care of children. But if these organizations are working around the clock, it means there is a problem in society. It means there is a major problem in society. And therefore, we need to go to the root cause of this phenomenon that is causing babies dumped or given to this type of organizations, like orphan care. We highly recommend and thank the people who are working diligently on orphan cares. And there is a great reward in Islam for people who take care of orphans.
The Christian community have their fair share of views too.
The problem is not with all this orphan care and all this which is doing fantastic work. What need to be taught is all these young men, young ladies, okay, don't fool around with your lives and just have a fling of life and therefore produce babies that you don't want. And worse still, abort them, which is a real tragedy. In the first place, I would be concerned about how come the mother in the first place decided to have a baby and then don't want to have keep the baby after that. I think the problem maybe is one whereby maybe some of these girls or women are not responsible, or including the men as well. And I think it is so important for them to enter into relationship or responsibility and not have a fling around. And then after that, dump the baby. I think that's been irresponsible. Every person, right, from a Christian perspective, is created in the image of God. And therefore, every person has dignity, value in life. Whether they are able or disabled, it does not matter.
Babies are innocent and they deserve to grow up in a home and be nurtured. Unwanted pregnancies happen and mothers abandon, dump or throw their babies away. Fortunately, there are people like Orphan Care to take in unwanted babies and give them a home.
It was founded by the late Dato' Adnan Muhammad Tahir. So it started in 2004 during the tsunami when he was contacted because there are a lot of children there who are without parents. So he tried to help by getting them fostered. Okay, besides baby hatch, we do adoption. We give counselling to the bio mom and also the adoptive parents to prepare them for, facing the life with children who are adopted. We have received 163 babies since we started the baby hatch.
Here, Ms. Shahah will demonstrate how the baby hatch process works.
We never lock the gate so that it is easier for whoever is bringing the baby to put the baby in the hatch. They just open the door and place the baby on the mattress. There are sensor buttons underneath the mattress that will detect the baby's weight. That will trigger the alarm and the strobe light in the caretaker's room so that the caretaker knows there's a baby in the hatch. Now, the sensor will also trigger the CCTV and the aircon. This is to protect the caretaker more. It's not to capture the image of the person who puts the baby in. And the aircon is turned on for the safety and the comfort of the baby. When they close the door, it is automatically locked. This is to prevent from other people from coming and kidnapping the baby. And then they are encouraged to fill up the form placed outside in all languages. It's okay for them to fill up the form as the police will not do anything about it. We just want some identity for the baby. Okay, it's not a crime to put the baby in the hatch, so it's okay to fill up the form.
I think baby dumping, society has a lot of things to do about this because it's not only that we should be responsible as well to our society. It's not just people who give birth to their kids. For example, we can do a lot of things like raising awareness, like what you guys are doing here, and we could also care for people who are less capable of taking their kids when they have them. So I think it's responsible for everybody. I think it would definitely help because when people who give birth, they have no clue and no idea, they feel very helpless. This is definitely an organization where they could go to. So this could really help the baby as well. Otherwise, it could the baby could just be dumped anywhere and could cause death. So I think it's a good idea, really.
I think it's quite disgusting and it needs to be, there's not much awareness about it. I mean, I know it happens, but then the fact that you guys, I forget about it, but the fact that you guys just brought it up kind of tells me that it's actually happening and there needs to be more awareness about it. Yeah, I definitely think so because if we know that a lot of irresponsible people here and they might just take it for granted. It might be their last resort. They don't know what to do. They might panic because in Asian society, maybe if you get knocked up and you get pregnant, and there's no, especially if they're young mothers, there's not much support in our culture to kind of come in and say, you know what, it's not the end of the world that you got pregnant. We all make mistakes, but it's good that these organizations exist because then they can aid people like this.